was a lover, and he's less with a hey, and a oh, and a hey, no, no, and a hey, no, no, no.
Hello, madam.
Hello, Nerissa.
By my troth, Nerissa, my little body is aweary of this great world.
You would be, sweet madam, if your miseries were in the same abundance as your good fortunes are. And yet, for aught I see, they are as sick as the surfeit with too much as they are starved with nothing. It is no means to happiness, therefore, to be seated at the superfluity comes sooner by white hairs, but competency lives longer.
Good sentences, and well pronounced.
They would be if well followed.
If to do were as easy as to know what were good to do, chapels had been churches, and poor men's cottages, princes' palaces. The brain may devise laws for the blood, but a hot temper leaves o'er a cold decree. Such a hair is madness the youth to skip o'er the meshes of good counsel the cripple. But this reasoning is not in the fashion to choose me a husband. Oh me, the word choose! I was neither choose who I would nor refuse who I dislike. So is this will of a living daughter curbed by the will of a dead father? It is not hard, Nerissa, that I cannot choose one nor refuse now.
Your father was ever virtuous and holy man at their death, and have good inspirations. Therefore the lottery of death he devised the 30 chests of gold, silver, and lead. Aware if he chooses his name, chooses you, will no doubt never be chosen with any rightly but one you shall rightly love. But what warmth is in there in your affection towards any of the princely suitors that have already come?
I pray thee, overname them, and as thou namest them, I would describe them, and according to my description, level at my affection.
First is the Napoleon Prince.
Aye, that's a colt indeed, for he doth nothing but talk of his horse. And he makes it a great appropriation to his own good parts that he can shew himself. I am much afeard my lady his mother played false with the smith.
Then there is the County Palatine.
He doth nothing but frown, as who should say, and you will not have me choose. He hears merry tales and smiles not. I fear he will prove the weeping philosopher when he grows old, being so full of unmannerly sadness in his youth. I had rather be married to a death's head with a bone in his mouth than to either of these. God defend me from these two.
Action. What say you then to Falcon Bridge, the young Baron of England? Action.
You know I say nothing to him, for he understands me not, nor I him. He hath neither Latin, French, nor Italian. And you will come into the court and swear that I have a poor pennyworth in the English. But alas, who can converse with a dumb show? How oddly he is suited. I think he bought his doublet in Italy, his round hose in France, his bonnet in Germany, and his behavior everywhere.
How you like the young German, the Duke of Saxony's nephew?
Very vilely in the morning when he is sober, and most vilely in the afternoon when he is drunk. When he is best, he's a little worse than a man, and when he is worse, a little better than a beast. And the worst fall that ever fell, I hope I shall make shift to go without him.
If he should offer to choose, and choose the right casket, you should refuse your father's will, if you should refuse to accept him.
Therefore, for fear of the worst, I pray thee set a deep glass of relish wine on the contrary casket. For if the devil be within, and that temptation without, I know he will choose it. I will do anything, Nerissa ere I will be married to a sponge.
You need not to fear, lady, the having any of these lords that have acquainted me with their determinations, which indeed is to return to their home, and to trouble you with no more suit, unless you may have be warned by some other sort than your father's imposition, depending on their caskets.
If I live to be as old as Sibylla, I will die as chaste as Diana, unless I be obtained by the manner of my father's will. I am glad this parcel of wooers are so reasonable, for there is not one among them, but I dote on their very absence, and I pray God grant them a fair departure.
Do you not remember, lady, in your father's time, a Venetian scholar and a soldier that came hither in the company of the Marquis of Montferrat?
Yes, it was Bassanio, as I think so he was called.
True, madame, he of all the men ever my foolish eyes looked upon was the best deserving of fair lady.
Praise. How now? What news?
The 4 strangers seek for you, madam, to take their leave, and to be the forerunner come from the 5th, the Prince of Morocco, who brings word the prince his master will be here tonight.
If I could bid the 5th welcome with so heart as I can bid the other 4 farewell, I should be glad of his approach. If he have the condition of a saint and the complexion of a devil, I had rather he should shrive me than wive me. Come, Nerissa, sire, go before, whilst we shut the gate upon one wooer, another knocks at the door.